The stars have never lied to us. For centuries, they've whispered secrets to those willing to listen, and tonight, they're screaming your name, Aries. What I'm about to reveal will alter the trajectory of your October. 6 prophecies so powerful they couldn't wait another day. The universe rarely offers such clear warnings, but when it does, only the foolish ignore them. Your sign stands at the precipice of transformation. The cosmic forces gathering around Aries this October haven't aligned this way since 1987, a pattern so rare that astrologers across traditions have been studying it with growing concern and fascination. I've spent weeks decoding these messages, cross-referencing ancient texts with modern astronomical data, and what I've discovered left me unable to sleep until I shared it with you. These aren't vague predictions or generalized horoscopes. These are specific prophecies tied to astronomical events that will directly impact the Aries energy field, creating windows of opportunity so precise that missing them could alter your path for years to come. The raw power of Mars, your ruling planet, is intensifying in ways we haven't witnessed in decades. I can see the skeptics already reaching for the skip button. That's fine. These messages aren't for everyone. They're for the Aries who feels that unexplainable stirring, that sense that something monumental approaches. You know who you are. You've been feeling it for weeks. That restlessness, those dreams more vivid than usual, the strange coincidences that make you wonder if someone's trying to tell you something. Someone is. The ancient Babylonians understood that Aries, as the first sign of the Zodiac, serves as the cosmic canary in the coal mine. When universal energies shift, Aries feels it first, sometimes months before anyone else. This is both your blessing and your burden. You're designed to be the cosmic pioneer, but pioneers need maps for unknown territories, and that's exactly what these prophecies provide. What makes October particularly significant is the rare triple conjunction forming in your house of hidden knowledge. This phenomenon opens channels of insight typically closed to human consciousness. During this brief window, the veil between what is and what could be thins dramatically. Decisions made during these periods ripple forward with uncommon potency. I've studied the birth charts of over 300 Aries individuals who experienced similar alignments in previous cycles. The pattern is undeniable. Those who recognized and worked with these energies experienced breakthroughs that seemed almost magical in their timing and impact. Those who remained unaware often looked back years later, identifying this exact period as when critical paths diverged, usually with profound regret for roads not taken. This isn't about fear, it's about empowerment through awareness. The universe doesn't set traps. It creates opportunities disguised as challenges, but timing is everything. A door that stands wide open in October might be sealed by November. What I find most fascinating about these prophecies is how they interlock, creating a cosmic roadmap specific to Aries energy. Each prophecy builds upon the previous one, forming a sequence that, when followed consciously, activates dormant aspects of your Aries power. Many of you have felt stagnant lately, as if something has been holding you back despite your natural drive and determination. There's a reason for that. Your cosmic energy has been gathering, building pressure like water behind a dam. October is when that dam breaks, releasing a flood of potential that will either carry you to new heights or overwhelm you completely, depending entirely on your preparation. That's why this channel exists. That's why you were drawn to this video today of all days. The stars speak to us in synchronicities, and your presence here is no accident. The energy signature of Mars is intensifying daily as we approach October. You can likely already feel it, that growing sense of restlessness, that fire in your blood pushing you towards something you can't quite name yet. This is just the beginning. When Mars and Jupiter align in the second week of October, the first prophecy will activate, setting in motion a chain of events that will test everything you thought you knew about your capabilities. This alignment creates a rare opportunity that will manifest suddenly, requiring immediate action. It connects directly to a talent you've kept hidden, perhaps even from yourself. But what exactly is this talent? And how will you recognize this critical moment when it arrives? The first prophecy, the Mars-Jupiter alignment that awakens your hidden potential. This cosmic encounter isn't merely rare, it's precisely calibrated to your Aries energy signature. When Mars, your ruling planet, aligns with Jupiter, the planet of expansion, a unique portal opens exclusively for those born under the Ram's influence. This alignment creates a magnification effect, amplifying your natural Aries qualities to extraordinary levels while simultaneously revealing talents that have remained dormant within you. The ancients called this particular alignment the warrior's blessing, a celestial gift that arrives only when the universe determines you're ready to step into a greater version of yourself. In October, this blessing manifests as an opportunity that appears suddenly and requires immediate recognition. Most opportunities allow time for consideration, but not this one. Its very nature is tied to Aries' instinctual response, that split-second decision-making that connects you to your deepest wisdom. What makes this first prophecy particularly significant is its timing. This Mars-Jupiter alignment occurs while both planets are in direct motion and at their closest proximity to Earth in their orbital cycle. Astrologically, this creates what's known as a power node, a concentrated burst of energy directed specifically at awakening something that's been sleeping within you. Look to the areas of your life where you felt drawn but hesitant. Perhaps there's a creative pursuit you've dabbled in but never fully committed to, or a leadership role you've considered but talked yourself out of. Maybe it's a business idea that seems simultaneously exciting and terrifying. The opportunity that appears will directly connect to this hidden talent or unexpressed aspect of yourself. The warning embedded in this prophecy is clear. Hesitation is your enemy. Your typical Aries instinct to leap without looking serves you perfectly in this instance. The universe has already done the calculations. The net will appear when you jump. This opportunity won't announce itself with trumpets and certainty. It will arrive disguised as an ordinary moment that only your intuition recognizes as extraordinary. Pay particular attention to the days when Mars is strongest, Tuesdays, and when Jupiter's influence peaks, Thursdays. The alignment reaches its perfect position between October 8th and October 12th, creating a 5-day window where this opportunity is most likely to manifest. During this period, unusual invitations, unexpected messages, or chance encounters carry cosmic significance. Those who've experienced similar alignments report that the opportunity often comes through a completely unexpected channel. One Aries described receiving a random phone call about a project that ultimately transformed their career trajectory. Another found themselves impulsively volunteering for a position that revealed leadership abilities they hadn't recognized in themselves. What these experiences share is their seemingly random nature, coupled with an inexplicable internal certainty, a feeling described as knowing without knowing why you know. Trust this feeling when it arises. The Mars-Jupiter alignment activates the intuitive center of the Aries brain in ways science is only beginning to understand. Your nervous system will recognize the opportunity before your logical mind can process it. The second prophecy, the triple red encounter that transforms your financial destiny. The second prophecy emerges from ancient numerological patterns associated with Aries. The number 3 has always been connected to your sign, representing the 3 deacons of Aries, the 3 fire signs of the Zodiac, and the 3-pronged flame of creation. This October, this numerical pattern manifests through 3 distinct encounters with a person wearing red. Red isn't chosen arbitrarily here. It's the color of Mars, your ruling planet, and serves as a cosmic signpost, the universe's way of highlighting something you might otherwise overlook. These encounters won't necessarily happen on consecutive days. They might be spread throughout the month, creating a pattern visible only in retrospect. What makes these encounters prophetically significant is their connection to your financial sphere. The person or persons wearing red carry information, opportunities, or connections that directly impact your material resources. This doesn't necessarily mean they'll offer you money, though that's one possibility. More likely, they possess knowledge, skills, or relationships that can transform how you generate and relate to wealth. The prophecy's power lies in its specificity. By alerting you to watch for this pattern, your awareness shifts. You become attuned to details you might normally filter out. This heightened attention allows you to recognize significance in what others would dismiss as coincidence. Pay special attention to people wearing red in professional settings or in contexts related to resources, investments, or skills development. The color serves as cosmic highlighting, the universe's way of saying, pay attention to this person. The red might be subtle, a tie, a scarf, a particular shade of lipstick, or it might be obvious like a bright red coat or dress. What's fascinating about this prophecy is how it intertwines with Aries' natural financial patterns. As the first sign of the Zodiac, you tend to be excellent at generating money, but sometimes struggle with maintaining and growing it. These three red encounters offer a bridge between your natural ability to create resources and the wisdom to sustain them. Historical analysis of Aries' financial cycles shows October as a pivotal month for wealth pattern shifts. The astrological reason involves Venus, planet of values and resources, making its closest approach to your sector of earned income. This creates a magnetizing effect, attracting people who can serve as financial catalysts in your life. Unlike the first prophecy, which requires immediate action, this one calls for recognition followed by connection. When you notice someone wearing red during October, find a natural way to extend the interaction. Ask questions, listen carefully, exchange contact information if appropriate. The financial transformation doesn't necessarily happen in the moment of meeting, it unfolds through the relationship that develops from these encounters. What's particularly powerful about this prophecy is how it leverages your natural Aries charisma. People are naturally drawn to your energy and enthusiasm. By focusing that magnetic quality toward these specific red-wearing individuals, you create powerful alliance opportunities that have far-reaching consequences for your material well-being. Some of you might be wondering if you're supposed to approach every person wearing red in October. The prophecy contains a subtle distinction. You'll feel a natural pull toward these specific individuals. There's an energetic recognition that happens on a level beyond conscious awareness. Your body will respond differently, perhaps with heightened alertness, a feeling of déjà vu, or an unexplainable desire to connect. Trust these sensations when they arise. The three encounters build upon each other, creating a progression. The first person might introduce a concept or idea related to finances. The second often provides a method or approach for implementation. The third frequently offers the opportunity or connection that brings everything together. This sequential nature explains why all three encounters are necessary for the complete transformation to occur. For those Aries individuals particularly sensitive to energy, you might notice a warming sensation in your solar plexus, your power center. When in the presence of these significant red-wearing individuals, this physiological response represents your energy field, recognizing a cosmic messenger before your conscious mind catches up. What these financial messages ultimately reveal connects directly to your Aries purpose. Many of you have been operating under financial models that work against your natural strengths. These encounters offer approaches aligned with who you truly are, allowing money to flow with rather than against your essential nature. Remember that transformation doesn't necessarily mean overnight wealth. The change might manifest as a shift in your relationship with money, a new understanding of your worth, or a pathway to generating resources that feels authentic rather than draining. The prophecy promises transformation, not specific numbers, though those who heed these connections often report significant numerical improvements in their financial reality. The third prophecy, the October 17th lunar gateway of release. The October 17th full moon isn't just another lunar peak in the endless cosmic dance. For Aries, this particular full moon activates an ancient energy pattern that the Mesopotamian astrologers called the gateway of severance. This rare lunar configuration occurs when the moon reaches fullness while precisely aligned with Chiron, the wounded healer asteroid, creating a direct channel between your conscious and unconscious realms. This alignment generates a cosmic phenomenon that appears only once every 7 years in your sign. The moon, representing your emotional body, reaches its maximum illumination exactly as it crosses the degree of your deepest wound, creating perfect conditions for seeing what must be released with absolute clarity. The veil between what you consciously know and what you've hidden from yourself thins dramatically under this specific lunar light. What makes this prophecy particularly powerful is its timing within your personal Aries cycle. October represents the midpoint between your birth season and your shadow season, the perfect balance point where you can make clear-eyed decisions without either the excessive fire of your birthday months or the reflective withdrawal of your opposite point. You stand in perfect equilibrium, able to see both what must stay and what must go. The prophecy centers around release, but not random or arbitrary release. This full moon illuminates specifically what has completed its purpose in your life, like a fruit that has ripened to perfection. These situations, relationships, beliefs, or patterns have given you everything they possibly can. Their continued presence now serves only to prevent new growth. Look to areas of your life where you feel simultaneously comfortable and constrained. The familiar discomfort you've adapted to rather than addressing. The relationship that feels safe but stagnant. The belief about yourself that once protected you but now limits you. The career path that once excited you but now merely sustains you. The full moon will cast its revealing light precisely on what has reached completion. Ancient astrological texts describe this particular lunar alignment as the sword that severs with mercy. Painful in the moment, but ultimately liberating. What makes this prophecy both powerful and dangerous is the narrow window it provides. The release must happen while the moon still sits in this specific position, a period lasting approximately 72 hours centered around October 17th. The warning embedded in this prophecy carries significant consequences. Those who recognize what must be released but hesitate to act will experience an extension of their current limitations until the spring equinox, nearly 6 months of continued restriction. This isn't cosmic punishment, but rather energetic physics. The gateway opens briefly and, if not utilized, remains sealed until the next major Aries energy portal in March. For those wondering about the practical mechanics of release, the prophecy offers guidance. The release doesn't necessarily require dramatic external action, though for some, that might be appropriate. What's essential is the internal energetic severing of attachment. This can be accomplished through ritual, declaration, visualization, or symbolic action. Fire plays a significant role in this release process, connecting to your elemental nature as an Aries. The ancients recommended writing what must be released on paper and then burning it during the full moon. The transformation of matter through fire mirrors the energetic transformation happening within your life. The smoke carries away what no longer serves you, returning it to the universe for recycling into new forms. What separates this full moon release from ordinary decisions is its permanent nature. The energy of this particular lunar configuration doesn't support temporary separations or partial releases. What you choose to sever during this window completes its cycle in your life definitively. This finality explains both the power and the hesitation many Aries feel when facing this prophecy. Your natural Aries courage serves you perfectly in this moment. While other signs might waver at such a significant release, you're cosmically designed for decisive action. Your ruling planet Mars provides the necessary strength to cut cleanly and completely. A partial or hesitant release during this window actually creates more difficulty than no release at all, like a wound half cleaned that festers rather than heals. The most fascinating aspect of this prophecy involves what happens after release. The emptied space doesn't remain vacant. The same lunar energy that facilitates release simultaneously attracts replacement, but not immediate replacement. The prophecy describes a sacred void that forms after release, lasting between 28 and 54 days, 1 to 2 lunar cycles. During this period, you'll likely feel both liberation and disorientation as your energy system reorganizes around the absence of what was released. This void serves an essential purpose. It creates the necessary space for the new to enter, not as a mere replacement of the old, but as an entirely new possibility previously unavailable to you. Those who rush to fill this void with the first available substitute miss the true gift of the prophecy. The temporary emptiness is not an absence to be feared, but a womb of potential to be honored. The emotional landscape during this release period typically follows a specific pattern. Initial relief gives way to unexpected grief, even when releasing something you clearly recognize as complete. This grief doesn't indicate a mistake, but rather honors the role this situation, relationship, or belief played in your journey. Allow this grief its expression without interpreting it as regret. Following grief comes a period of neutrality, neither attachment nor aversion to what was released. This neutrality signals the completion of the energetic severance. Finally, most Aries report a sudden infusion of creative energy approximately 6 weeks after release, marking the beginning of what will eventually fill the sacred void. Historical analysis of Aries, who've experienced previous cycles of this lunar configuration, reveals a striking pattern. Those who fully embraced the release describe the subsequent 6 months as among the most transformative of their lives. Situations that had seemed hopelessly entrenched suddenly shifted, creating opportunities previously unimaginable. The energy formerly used to maintain what had completed its purpose became available for new creation. What makes this prophecy particularly relevant to current astrological conditions involves Pluto's recent movement through your house of transformation. This outer planet has been systematically revealing what no longer serves your evolution, creating pressure around outdated aspects of your life. The October full moon offers the perfect opportunity to release what Pluto has been highlighting for months. For those seeking confirmation about what specifically requires release, the days leading up to the full moon provide clear signals. Pay attention to what repeatedly draws your attention, creates disproportionate emotional responses, appears in dreams, or becomes the subject of random conversations. The universe speaks through patterns of repetition, highlighting exactly what has reached completion. Some of you might worry about releasing the wrong thing. The prophecy addresses this concern directly. When operating within this specific lunar window, your intuition aligns precisely with your highest good. What comes to mind as needing release during this period isn't random, but exactly what your spirit has identified as complete. Trust this knowing without second guessing. The most challenging aspect of this prophecy for many Aries involves releasing something you still partially enjoy or benefit from. Complete endings rarely arrive when every aspect of a situation has become unbearable. More commonly, the call to release comes while there remain genuinely valuable elements mixed with what has expired. The wisdom lies in recognizing when the complete cycle has finished, even while pleasant aspects remain. Remember that release doesn't necessarily mean physical departure or complete elimination from your life. Sometimes the release involves transforming the nature of a connection rather than severing it entirely. A romantic relationship might release into friendship. A career might release into a hobby. A belief might release into a broader understanding that includes but transcends its original form. The fourth prophecy, the unexpected message that holds your key. Cosmic patterns rarely manifest as coincidences, especially for Aries, the sign most attuned to timing and opportunity. This fourth prophecy centers around a message from your past that will arrive unexpectedly during October, carrying the precise solution to an obstacle that has persisted in your life. What makes this prophecy particularly significant is its connection to Mercury, the messenger planet, which travels through your house of hidden knowledge during this critical month. Ancient astrological texts speak of returned knowledge, wisdom that was once yours but became separated from your conscious awareness through time, circumstance, or necessity. This phenomenon occurs when Mercury forms a specific angle to Uranus, the planet of sudden revelation, creating a bridge between your past and present selves. In October, this exact configuration forms, opening a channel through which lost wisdom can return. The message itself could manifest in various forms. For some Aries, it arrives as a literal communication, an email, letter, call, or text from someone connected to your past. For others, it emerges through memory, a sudden recollection of something once known but long forgotten. Still others experience it through objects, discovering an old journal, photograph, or belonging that triggers the essential insight. The form matters less than the timing and content. What distinguishes this message from ordinary nostalgia or random memories is its precise relevance to a current challenge. The obstacle referenced in this prophecy isn't new. It's a situation that has resisted multiple attempts at resolution. You've likely approached it from various angles, applied different strategies, perhaps even temporarily set it aside in frustration. Its persistent nature makes the unexpected solution all the more valuable. The critical warning embedded in this prophecy involves timing. The message must be acknowledged and integrated before Mercury stations direct, a specific astronomical event occurring on October 25th. This creates a window of opportunity lasting approximately 3 weeks from the message's arrival. After this date, the energy supporting integration dissipates, and the insight becomes more difficult to apply effectively. What makes this timeline significant involves Mercury's unique relationship with Aries energy. As a fire sign ruled by action-oriented Mars, you naturally resist Mercury's reflective qualities. This creates a tendency to receive insights but act on them selectively or postpone implementation. During this particular October configuration, however, Mercury and Mars form a harmonious aspect that temporarily aligns thought and action, creating perfect conditions for receiving and applying wisdom simultaneously. Pay particular attention to communications that trigger an unexpected emotional response, especially those that generate the sensation of recognition rather than discovery. The message won't feel entirely new, but rather like remembering something you've always known but somehow misplaced. This quality of familiarity serves as a key indicator that you're receiving the prophesied message rather than ordinary communication. Historical analysis of Aries individuals who experienced similar Mercury configurations reveals a fascinating pattern. The message from the past often connects to a path not taken, a direction, interest, or relationship that circumstances or choices redirected you away from pursuing. This doesn't necessarily suggest that your current path is incorrect, but rather that something valuable from an alternate possibility now becomes available for integration into your present journey. The obstacle addressed by this message typically falls into one of several categories: a recurring relationship dynamic, a creative block, a health pattern, a financial limitation, or a career plateau. What these areas share is their cyclical nature, problems that appear resolved only to re-emerge in slightly different forms. The message from your past offers not a temporary fix, but a fundamental shift in understanding that breaks the cycle permanently. For those wondering how to ensure you don't miss this critical message, the prophecy offers guidance. Create space for receptivity during October by periodically disconnecting from the constant input of current information. Schedule regular intervals of silence, times when you step back from social media, news, and fresh input to allow older, deeper knowledge to surface. This practice creates the conditions for recognition when the message appears. The messenger themselves, the person, memory, or object through which this insight returns, often carries symbolic significance. There's typically a connection to who you were at a pivotal point of development or decision. This might be someone who knew you during a transformative period, an object from a time of significant change, or a memory from when you stood at an important crossroads. This connection isn't random, but precisely calibrated to access specific aspects of your wisdom. What makes this prophecy particularly powerful is how it bridges what psychologists call state-dependent learning, the phenomenon where knowledge acquired in one state of being becomes temporarily inaccessible when in a different state. The message creates a momentary return to a previous state of consciousness, allowing access to knowledge that your current perspective cannot reach independently. The obstacle being addressed through this message has likely been present for between 7 months and 7 years, corresponding to key Mars cycles in your chart. Its persistent nature has less to do with its inherent difficulty and more with the perspective from which you've been approaching it. The message offers not just a solution, but a complete reframing that transforms how you perceive the situation entirely. There exists a fascinating connection between this fourth prophecy and the third prophecy of release. Often, the obstacle addressed by the message from your past directly relates to what must be released during the full moon window. This synchronicity isn't coincidental, but rather represents two aspects of the same transformative process, the release creating space for the new understanding to take root and flourish. The fifth prophecy, the critical week that determines your path. The fifth prophecy focuses on the final week of October, a 7-day period that functions as a crucial decision point in your annual Aries cycle. During this specific week, your ruling planet Mars forms a rare geometric pattern with Saturn, the planet of structure, and Neptune, the planet of dreams, creating what astrologers call a yod, or finger of God configuration, a cosmic triangle pointing directly at your path forward. This astrological pattern creates a dynamic tension between your natural Aries boldness and a more receptive approach normally foreign to your nature. The prophecy reveals two distinct potential outcomes from this period: immediate manifestation of your desires or a prolonged delay lasting months. The determining factor between these dramatically different results hinges on a single capacity: your willingness to listen before acting. For most Aries, listening before acting represents a reversal of your natural approach. Your fiery nature typically leads with action, making adjustments based on results rather than extended consideration. This strategy serves you well in most circumstances, aligning perfectly with your role as the Zodiac's initiator. During this particular cosmic configuration, however, the universe temporarily reorders the effective sequence, placing reception before action. The critical nature of this prophecy emerges from its timing within your larger astrological cycle. The final week of October represents the completion of the first third of your personal Mars year, the period when patterns set become progressively more difficult to alter. Choices made during this week create momentum that carries through the remaining 8 months until your next birthday season, explaining the long-term consequences of this short-term window. What makes this prophecy particularly challenging for Aries energy is its apparent contradiction with your core nature. The universe isn't asking you to abandon your boldness or decisive action, qualities essential to your cosmic purpose. Rather, it's revealing a specific sequence. Boldness preceded by receptivity creates exponentially more powerful results during this unique astrological configuration than boldness alone. The listening referenced in this prophecy extends beyond verbal communication, though that's certainly included. It encompasses attentiveness to subtle signs, patterns, timing indicators, and internal guidance. The universe speaks through synchronicities during this period. Repeated numbers, animal appearances, overheard conversations that answer unasked questions. These seemingly random occurrences form a guidance system uniquely calibrated to your next steps. Pay particular attention to information that arrives 3 times through different channels. This repetition pattern serves as cosmic highlighting, a way of ensuring you notice particularly critical guidance. What might initially appear as coincidence reveals itself as intentional communication when viewed through the lens of repetition. The prophecy's dual outcomes manifest in dramatically different time frames. Those who successfully integrate listening before action during this key week experience almost immediate manifestation, often within 3 to 21 days. Conversely, those who maintain their standard Aries approach of action first face delays of 3 to 7 months before achieving similar results. This stark difference in timing explains why this relatively short period carries such significant prophetic weight. The sixth prophecy, the dream that reveals your next major life. Decision dreams have served as conduits of divine wisdom since humanity first developed consciousness. For Aries, whose waking hours burn with such intensity, the dream state offers a particularly potent channel for receiving guidance that might otherwise be drowned out by your fiery daytime presence. The sixth and final prophecy centers around a specific dream experience that will occur during October, one featuring the paradoxical combination of water and fire elements together. This dream isn't random or ordinary, but rather a direct transmission from your higher consciousness about your next major life decision. The ancient Sumerians, who first mapped the astrological significance of Aries, called these particular dreams ka visions. moments when the soul speaks directly to the conscious mind through symbolic language. What makes October's dream unique is its timing within your cosmic cycle. During October, Neptune, planet of dreams and psychic receptivity, forms an exact trine to your Aries sun, while simultaneously squaring Jupiter in your house of the subconscious. This rare configuration creates what mystics call the prophet's window, a brief period when the veil between ordinary awareness and higher knowledge becomes exceptionally thin. Dreams during this window carry unusual clarity and significance, particularly for fire signs like yourself. The specific symbolism of water and fire appearing together isn't arbitrary but precisely calibrated to your Aries nature. Water represents the emotional and intuitive realms that often remain secondary to your primary fire orientation. Fire, of course, embodies your essential nature: action, initiative, courage, and drive. When these opposing elements appear together in harmonious rather than conflicting relationship, they reveal the perfect balance point for your next evolutionary step. This dream will likely arrive during what sleep researchers call the alpha-theta crossover, that liminal space between waking and sleeping, where consciousness remains partially present during dream experiences. This timing allows for greater recall and integration upon waking, which becomes critical given the prophecy's emphasis on documentation as key to manifestation. The prophetic warning concerning this dream carries significant consequences. Upon waking, you must record this dream immediately and in as much detail as possible. The act of documentation serves not merely as memory preservation, but as a critical step in the manifestation process itself. The transfer of dream content from subconscious to conscious awareness through writing, speaking, or drawing completes an energetic circuit that activates the vision's manifestation potential. Those who fail to document the dream will still recall fragments and feel its significance, but the guidance remains partially encoded, creating the frustrating sensation of having received important information that remains just beyond clear recall. The window for effective documentation lasts approximately 10 to 15 minutes after waking, explaining the prophecy's emphasis on keeping dream recording tools nearby during October. The life decision revealed through this dream typically involves a major redirection rather than a minor adjustment. Historical analysis of Aries individuals who experienced similar dream prophecies shows these visions most commonly preceded significant shifts in 4 key areas: vocation, relationship structures, geographical location, or spiritual practice. What these domains share is their foundational nature, aspects of life that define your primary orientation rather than secondary details. What makes this prophetic dream particularly valuable is its integration of your conscious desires with unconscious wisdom. Unlike ordinary dreams that may reflect processing of daily experiences or random neural activity, this prophetic dream synthesizes your stated intentions with deeper knowing about your soul's optimal path. This integration explains why the guidance often feels simultaneously surprising and deeply familiar. It represents what you truly want beneath what you think you want. The symbolism of water and fire appearing together rather than in opposition carries special significance for your Aries nature. Throughout your life, you've likely experienced these elements as competing forces, your fire nature pushing for action, while your water aspect urged consideration of emotional impacts. In ordinary consciousness, these elements often create internal conflict. The dream presents them in harmonious relationship, revealing how these seemingly opposing forces can work together rather than against each other. Pay particular attention to the specific forms water and fire take within the dream. Water might appear as ocean, rain, river, tears, or even symbolic representations like the color blue or flowing movement. Fire might manifest as literal flame, sunlight, the color red, or situations involving heat or transformation. The particular forms these elements take provide additional layers of meaning specific to your personal symbology. For those concerned about recognizing this specific prophetic dream among ordinary dreams, the prophecy offers guidance. Unlike typical dreams that fade quickly upon waking, this vision carries an unusual emotional resonance. a feeling of significance that persists even if the specific content begins to blur. Many describe a vibrating or humming sensation that accompanies the dream, a physical marker of its prophetic nature. Trust this feeling as confirmation when it occurs. The timing of this dream within October relates directly to your personal lunar cycle. It most commonly occurs during water sign moon phases, when the moon travels through Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. These periods naturally amplify your receptivity to water element wisdom, creating ideal conditions for receiving this balanced guidance. Check a lunar calendar for October and pay particular attention to your dreams during these water sign phases. What makes this prophecy especially powerful is its connection to timing. The dream doesn't merely reveal what decision to make, but also indicates when action will prove most effective. Within the dream, symbolism lies in coded timing information, often represented through seasons, weather patterns, celestial bodies, or cyclical imagery. While your conscious mind might not immediately decode these timing signals, documenting the dream preserves them for future recognition when the appropriate moment arrives. The manifestation process following this dream follows a specific pattern for Aries individuals. The first phase involves recognition, consciously acknowledging the guidance received. This typically spans 1+3 days after the dream. The second phase centers around integration, allowing the guidance to reshape your perception of available options. This phase lasts approximately 7 to 10 days. The final phase involves implementation, taking concrete action aligned with the dream's guidance, which optimally occurs within 28 days of the dream's arrival. For those wondering about the practical application of dream guidance to real-world decisions, the prophecy offers assurance. The vision doesn't typically provide literal step-by-step instructions, but rather reveals a destination or direction while leaving the specific path to your Aries' ingenuity and problem-solving abilities. This approach honors your need for autonomy while still providing crucial guidance about overall direction. The most fascinating aspect of this dream prophecy involves its relationship to your other October prophecies. The dream often serves as an integration point, weaving together elements from the previous 5 prophecies into a coherent whole. The hidden talent revealed in the first prophecy, the financial transformation of the second, the release of the third, the message from the past in the fourth, and the listening before action of the fifth, all find their proper relationship to each other within the dream's symbolic landscape. This integration function explains why the dream prophecy appears last in the sequence. It serves as both culmination and synthesis, drawing together the month's experiences into a unified vision of your path forward. While each individual prophecy offers significant value independently, their combined impact through the dream's integration creates exponentially more powerful guidance. For those Aries individuals who fully engage with all 6 prophecies, October becomes not merely another month, but a cosmic activation sequence, a precisely calibrated series of energetic adjustments that align you more perfectly with your highest potential timeline. The conscious participation in these prophecies functions as a form of spiritual technology, allowing you to collaborate actively with the universe in shaping your destiny. As we complete our exploration of these 6 October prophecies for Aries, remember that prophecy itself represents not predetermination but potential. The universe speaks in the language of possibility, revealing optimal pathways rather than fixed destinations. Your free will remains the most powerful force in your personal universe. These prophecies simply illuminate the paths of least resistance and greatest fulfillment available to you during this significant cosmic window. Your Aries courage serves you perfectly in responding to these prophecies. While other signs might hesitate before such significant cosmic information, your natural affinity for bold action allows you to integrate these insights without the paralysis that sometimes accompanies profound guidance. Trust this native courage as you navigate October's powerful, energetic landscape. Remember that these prophecies appear specifically for you because you're ready to receive them. The universe operates with perfect timing, delivering exactly the guidance needed at precisely the moment you're prepared to utilize it effectively. Your presence with this information now confirms your readiness for the transformations it offers. As we've journeyed through these 6 prophecies for Aries this October, we've uncovered a cosmic roadmap designed specifically for your fire sign energy. Each prophecy builds upon the previous one, creating an integrated system of transformation rather than isolated predictions. The Mars-Jupiter alignment in early October activates a hidden talent within you, creating a sudden opportunity that requires immediate action. This cosmic doorway opens briefly, calling upon your natural Aries instinct to leap when others would hesitate. Trust that impulse when it arrives. The universe has calculated the trajectory perfectly. Following this activation comes the triple red encounter, 3 separate meetings with individuals wearing Mars's signature color. These seemingly random connections carry the potential to transform your financial landscape completely. The pattern builds sequentially, with each encounter adding a crucial piece to your prosperity puzzle. The October 17th full moon presents perhaps your most significant decision point, a lunar gateway designed specifically for release. What has completed its purpose must be allowed to depart, creating the necessary space for new growth. Those who hesitate during this critical 72-hour window face extended limitation until spring, while those who release decisively experience immediate liberation and eventual renewal. An unexpected message from your past arrives, carrying the precise solution to a persistent obstacle. This return to wisdom must be acknowledged before Mercury stations direct on October 25th, creating a limited window for integration. The message often connects to a path not taken, bringing valuable perspective from an alternate possibility into your current journey. The final week of October serves as a decisive turning point, determining whether your desires manifest swiftly or face months of delay. The difference hinges entirely on your willingness to listen before acting, a temporary reversal of your natural Aries approach that yields exponential results during this unique cosmic configuration. Finally, a dream featuring the paradoxical harmony of water and fire elements reveals your next major life direction. This vision must be documented immediately upon waking to complete the manifestation circuit. Within its symbolism lies not only what decision to make, but also when action will prove most effective. These prophecies aren't random predictions, but rather a carefully calibrated activation sequence designed to align you with your highest potential timeline. By consciously engaging with these cosmic opportunities, you collaborate actively with the universe in shaping your destiny. If these insights have resonated with your spirit, there's an entire community waiting for you at Secret of the Zodiac. Subscribe now to ensure you never miss these critical cosmic updates. Each sign receives unique prophecies monthly, delivered before they begin manifesting, so you can navigate them consciously rather than reactively. Your subscription does more than keep you informed. It connects you with thousands of others walking similar cosmic paths. The comment section below each video creates a powerful field of shared experience and wisdom. Take a moment now to share which of these 6 prophecies resonated most strongly with you by completing this sentence. As an Aries, I'm most ready to embrace the prophecy about. Your engagement through likes and comments helps these cosmic messages reach other Aries individuals who need this guidance. Each interaction expands our collective field of awareness, creating ripples of conscious evolution through the Zodiac community. For those who have found particular value in these prophecies, consider supporting Secret of the Zodiac through Super Thanks. This financial energy exchange helps cover the considerable costs of maintaining daily cosmic updates across all Zodiac signs. Your contribution directly enables the channel to continue delivering these time-sensitive prophecies before they begin manifesting in your life. The ancient astrologers understood that cosmic knowledge carries greatest power when received at precisely the right moment. Your support through Super Thanks ensures these messages continue reaching your fellow Zodiac travelers at the perfect time for integration and conscious action. Remember that while these prophecies illuminate the path, your free will remains the most powerful force in your personal universe. You are not merely subject to cosmic forces, but an active co-creator with them. Use these insights not as predetermined outcomes, but as powerful possibilities, waiting for your courageous Aries spirit to bring them fully to life. Until our stars align again next month with a new set of prophecies, move forward with both the boldness of your fire and the wisdom of these cosmic insights. The universe speaks in the language of opportunity, and for Aries in October, that conversation promises transformation at the deepest levels of your being.